Continuing from last chapter, Pure Lotus Demon Flame initiated the heaven-refining ancient formation, intending to incinerate everyone. The sky-darkening fire formation resembled two immense fire dishes, one above and one below, enveloping the space. Xiao Yan and his companions appeared like ants between these gigantic plates, utterly insignificant. Soul Demon Elder stared in disbelief at this sudden turn of events. He can actually control the grand formation set by the Pure Lotus Demon Saint? He quickly regained his composure and urgently looked towards the slowly rotating spatial tunnel in the distance, the path leading to the central plains. Without hesitation, Soul Demon Elder shouted, "Retreat quickly!" and darted towards the spatial tunnel. This formation was laid by the Pure Lotus Demon Saint, a legendary super strongman, who even the then leader of the Soul Clan admitted defeat to. Despite having fallen ages ago, his fearsome reputation remained deeply etched in the minds of all who had heard of his deeds. Seeing Soul Demon Elder's actions, the three Soul Hall Masters hesitated briefly before gritting their teeth and reluctantly following. Even such a formidable figure was now fleeing like a defeated dog, confirming the terrifying power of this grand formation. Soul Demon Elder's panicked retreat caused widespread alarm. Even some elders of other ancient clans, after brief hesitation, gritted their teeth and followed suit. The temptation of the Pure Lotus Demon Flame was great, but one needed to stay alive to enjoy it. Sooner and her companions watched with furrowed brows, turning their gaze to Xiao Yan, who was clutching his forehead, pain evident on his face. "Xiao Yan, what's wrong?" Sooner asked urgently, her face changing with worry. "We must go too." Xiao Yan gritted his teeth as a violent storm of thoughts surged through his mind, causing dizzying sensations in his soul. He wasn't sure of the grand formation's origins, but he could sense the destructive force it harbored. If that force were unleashed, everyone here would be obliterated in an instant. However, just as Xiao Yan spoke, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame, high in the sky, laughed maniacally. "Ha ha ha, it's too late to escape now. I will refine every one of you into my fire slaves." With a flick of his finger towards the spatial tunnel, a milky white magma fire column shot out with a thunderous roar, shattering the tunnel entirely. Soul Demon Elder appeared before the dissipated spatial tunnel, his face dark. It was clear that the Pure Lotus Demon Flame intended to let no one escape. "What do we do now?" the Soul Hall Masters asked as they caught up, frowning. "How should I know?" This demonic flame space was constructed by the Pure Lotus Demon Saint, who was reputed to be the closest to becoming a Do-D in his era. His creation, this space, likely no one on the current continent can forcibly breach without using the tunnel. Soul Demon Elder responded with a grim face. "So, do we just wait here to die?" the Deputy Hall Master of Soul Hall asked through gritted teeth. "Want us dead?" "It's not that easy," Soul Demon Elder sneered, then turned his gaze to the Pill Tower Ancestor and said in a deep voice, "How about joining forces? Now that he controls the heaven-refining Great Formation, even you can't defeat him alone." The Pill Tower Ancestor, having no time to argue with the opportunistic Soul Demon Elder, responded gravely, "The heaven-refining Great Formation has two parts, heaven and earth. I'll handle the heaven formation. You take care of the earth formation." Soul Demon Elder nodded. "Agreed." The Pill Tower Ancestor turned to Xiao Chan and the three others and called out, "Xiao Chan, little primordial ancient dragon, Gunan Hai, you four will assist me against the heaven formation." At this critical moment, there was no time for deliberation. With the spatial tunnel obliterated by the Pure Lotus Demon Flame, they had no choice but to join forces, or they would all be refined into the Demon Flame's fire slaves. The four nodded, and in a flash, appeared beside the Pill Tower Ancestor. While the Pill Tower Ancestor gathered his forces, Soul Demon Elder was also rallying other strong warriors, especially those with the strength of 4-star Do Sheng. Despite their general disdain for him, they knew this was a time for survival and set aside their differences. Seeing their preparations, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame sneered, "You think you can stop me? If the formation set by that guy could be broken by you weaklings, do you think I would have been trapped here for thousands of years?" With a murderous glint in his eyes, he changed his hand seals, causing the grand formation to rotate slowly like a massive grinding wheel. As the heaven and earth formations began to rotate, the energy in the area grew violently chaotic. Some half-dozen warriors turned pale, and a few even spat out blood. The formation hadn't even launched an attack, yet some couldn't withstand it. Truly, the Pure Lotus Demon Saint's reputation was well-deserved. Heaven refining ancient formation, refine all into slaves. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame floated in the sky, unleashing an overwhelming flood of milky white flames from his body, all of which poured into the formation. As his shout echoed, the entire space trembled. A milky white ring of light rapidly spread from the edge of the formation towards its center, ultimately converging into a massive 100-meter-wide milky white pillar. This pillar was brimming with destructive power. With a sinister grin, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame pointed downwards, and both the heaven and earth formations shuddered violently. Two milky white light pillars shot out like fountains, targeting the Pill Tower Ancestor and Soul Demon Elder. Faced with this ferocious attack, even the Pill Tower Ancestor's expression turned extremely serious. He shouted, "Everyone, attack together!" A drop of nearly half-green, half-gold blood flew from his fingertip, expanding rapidly to several hundred meters in size. The astounding energy waves emanated a rich pill fragrance. Beside him, Xiao Yan and the others released their powerful Do Qi, following the bloodlight orb as it surged towards the descending milky white light pillar. Below, Soul Demon Elder and his group also mustered all their strength, combining their powers to counter the ascending light pillar. The collision lasted only a moment, but the resulting explosion was earth-shattering. The magma sea below was forcefully blasted open, creating a massive crater tens of thousands of meters wide, with the magma pushed thousands of meters away. In the sky, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's eyes glowed red with madness. He thrust his hands downward, laughing maniacally. "Ha ha ha! Futile resistance! Burn!" The Bloodlight Orb and Soul Demon Elder's defenses were instantly shattered with a loud bang. With their obstacles destroyed, the two light pillars shot through the sky at incredible speed, colliding violently with Pill Tower Ancestor, Soul Demon Elder, and the others in midair. From afar, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame watched the flames rapidly spreading from the collision point. He couldn't help but laugh wildly. Now, nothing could stop him from breaking free. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame, appearing crazed, reveled in the moment. After thousands of years of imprisonment, he was finally about to be free. "Pure Lotus Demon Saint, did you think you could destroy me? I am a divine being of heaven and earth, naturally protected by the heavens, ha ha ha." However, his laughter didn't last long. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame quickly regained his composure and looked down sharply at the point where the light pillars intersected. He sensed several presences there. They're still alive? How is that possible? The milky white flames enveloping the sky gradually dissipated, revealing a faint halo. Within that halo were Xiao Yan, Pill Tower Ancestor, Soul Demon Elder, and everyone else. Though they appeared somewhat disheveled, they were remarkably unharmed. Not only was the Pure Lotus Demon Flame shocked, but even the Pill Tower Ancestor and others were stunned, staring at the halo that had shielded them from a blast powerful enough to annihilate a 6-star Do Sheng. Everyone exchanged bewildered looks, unsure of what had just happened. "What is this?" In their confusion, Suner suddenly exclaimed, "Xiao Yan!" Everyone turned to see Xiao Yan seemingly unconscious, a faint glow emanating from his body. The glow slowly coalesced, forming a somewhat ethereal figure. The moment the figure appeared, everyone was horrified. Pure Lotus Demon Flame? They quickly retreated, for the figure looked exactly like the Pure Lotus Demon Flame in the sky. Pill Tower Ancestor's eyes widened in realization as he stared at the figure outside Xiao Yan's body. "No, it's not the Pure Lotus Demon Flame. It's the Pure Lotus Demon Saint." At these words, everyone felt a chill run down their spines. What? The legendary super strongman, who supposedly fell thousands of years ago, was now appearing through Xiao Yan? As the others stood in shock, Xiao Yan, still unconscious, trembled slightly, and then slowly opened his eyes. But instead of his usual dark eyes, his pupils had turned milky white. His gaze moved slowly, and everyone he looked at, even powerful beings like Soul Demon Elder, felt an uncontrollable urge to bow and tremble from deep within their souls. The Pure Lotus Demon Saint, once the closest to becoming a Do-Di, had reappeared in this astonishing form. Sooner and the others stared at Xiao Yan in astonishment. "What's happening?" they wondered, looking at the ethereal figure enveloping his body. How could the legendary Pure Lotus Demon Saint appear on Xiao Yan? Yao Lao furrowed his brows and suddenly remembered something. It's because of that ancient map. If there was any connection between Xiao Yan and the Pure Lotus Demon Saint, it had to be the ancient map. Xiao Yan had spent years collecting the pieces, finally assembling them after great effort, only to uncover some minor secrets. But Yao Lao distinctly recalled that when the map was completed, a beam of light had entered Xiao Yan's mind. Perhaps that light was the source of this phenomenon. "What do we do?" Sooner asked anxiously. They didn't know if the Pure Lotus Demon Saint was good or bad, but since he occupied Xiao Yan's body, any sudden changes would most harm Xiao Yan. "Don't panic. He will likely save us all. His main target should be the Pure Lotus Demon Flame," Pill Tower Ancestor said calmly. Soul Demon Elder and the others, watching Xiao Yan, pondered deeply. How did this kid attract the Pure Lotus Demon Saint? This doesn't seem to be a mere soul form, but more like a remnant image. Even so, it possesses such immense power. Truly, the Pure Lotus Demon Saint's reputation is well-deserved. As everyone pondered, the possessed Xiao Yan slowly raised his head. With a wave of his sleeve, the milky white protective shield gradually faded. His white eyes locked onto the Pure Lotus Demon Flame in the sky. The moment the shield dissipated, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame instantly focused on Xiao Yan. "Pure Lotus Demon Saint? How is this possible? How are you still alive?" His voice echoed in the sky, filled with shock and disbelief. Xiao Yan, now possessed, looked at the Pure Lotus Demon Flame, and a faint voice, seemingly from a great distance, came from his mouth, reverberating through the heavens. "Even after thousands of years of imprisonment, your violent nature hasn't been tempered. You ungrateful wretch, Pure Lotus Demon Saint. Without me, would you have achieved such heights? I helped you so much, yet you sealed me in the end. Haha, serves you right for being backlashed to death." The Pure Lotus Demon Flame's face contorted with rage as he glared at Xiao Yan, his laughter maniacal, pouring out his overwhelming hatred. "Your violent nature is partly my fault, but the destructive power of the demon flame was too great. Allowing you to roam free would have been a catastrophe for the world," Xiao Yan said, shaking his head slowly. "Himph, just a remnant image, and you dare to be arrogant before me? Do you still think you're the Pure Lotus Demon Saint of the past?" The Pure Lotus Demon Flame glared hatefully at Xiao Yan. With a sudden change of his hand seals, the immense fire formations in the heavens began to rotate once more. "This grand formation was set by you personally. Today, let's see you taste its power." With a furious roar, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame shouted, "Burn!" Two beams filled with destructive energy shot out from the heaven and earth formations, streaking towards Xiao Yan like lightning. Seeing the Pure Lotus Demon Flame harness the power of the grand formation again, everyone's faces changed. If those beams hit, barely a handful would survive. As the beams, like meteors, raced through the sky, Xiao Yan slowly raised his finger and gently pointed, "Stop." With that calm command, the beams froze abruptly, just 5 meters away from everyone. The destructive energy radiating from them made everyone's scalp tingle. "The heaven-refining ancient formation was created by me. Your understanding of it can't compare to mine," Xiao Yan said with a faint smile, his eyes meeting the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's furious gaze in the sky. Seeing this, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame couldn't help but curse, "Damn it." But as soon as he finished, he realized, with a drastic change in expression, that he was losing control over the formation. The immense fire formations trembled violently, and milky white flames shot out from the grand formation, all converging into the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's body. With these flames entering him, he completely lost control over the heaven-refining ancient formation. With the formation out of control, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's eyes turned blood red. Pure Lotus Demon Saint, I'll fight you to the death. He knew the terrifying power of this formation. If the Pure Lotus Demon Saint took control, he would likely be sealed again, a fate he had endured for thousands of years and was desperately tired of. Demon Flame Extinction. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame's body rapidly expanded, and with a thunderous explosion, he transformed into overwhelming flames that filled the heavens and earth. The extreme heat instantly vaporized all energy in the space. As the Pure Lotus Demon Flame unleashed his full power, a half-Do Sheng warrior let out a harrowing scream. His Do Qi ignited, and his meridians twisted and deformed within moments. The warrior's screams didn't last long before his entire body exploded into black ashes, scattering into the magma sea below. Witnessing this, the others felt a chilling dread. All the energy in the area had been vaporized by the Pure Lotus Demon Flame. Without the ability to replenish their Do Qi, they faced only one fate: being burned to death. To withstand the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's terrifying heat without Do Qi was unthinkable, even for Xiao Yan. If they wanted to survive, they needed to leave this place immediately. As everyone trembled with fear, Xiao Yan suddenly waved his sleeve, causing the two enormous formations in the sky, each spanning thousands of meters, to release a beam of light. The light twisted in midair and formed a spatial tunnel. "Leave quickly," Xiao Yan said. "If the Pure Lotus Demon Flame explodes, none of you will survive." Hearing Xiao Yan's indifferent words, everyone was overjoyed. Without a second thought, they moved swiftly, rushing towards the spatial tunnel. "Miss, we must go quickly," Gu Nanhai urged sooner. The situation was extremely perilous, and no one had expected the Pure Lotus Demon Flame to reach such a terrifying level. Sooner furrowed her brows and looked at Xiao Yan. But what about Xiao Yan? At this moment, his mind seemed to be occupied by the Pure Lotus Demon Saint. Leaving now, how could they ensure he wouldn't harm Xiao Yan? "We should go. Worrying won't help, and staying here won't benefit Xiao Yan. The Pure Lotus Demon Saint is using his body and likely won't harm him," Yao Lao said after a moment of hesitation, gritting his teeth. Hearing this, Sooner bit her lip, her eyes filled with indecision. Leaving Xiao Yan alone in this lifeless space was unsettling, especially with the deadly Pure Lotus Demon Flame still present. As everyone hesitated, the milky white flames in the sky expanded. At the center of the flames, pinkish hues began to appear. These pink flames slowly coalesced into a crimson, demonic fire lotus, spinning gently in the sky. With the appearance of this crimson fire lotus, even a powerful figure like Gu Nanhai turned red-faced. The Do Qi within his body felt like it was about to ignite. There was no time to delay. Gu Nanhai grabbed Sooner's hand and, with a swift movement, darted towards the spatial tunnel. Behind him, Yao Lao cast one last glance at Xiao Yan, standing with his hands behind his back, before following suit with a heavy heart. As Xiao Yan grew smaller in the distance, Sooner felt a deep, inexplicable emotion. She sensed that Xiao Yan needed her. Biting her lip hard, Sooner suddenly shook off Gu Nanhai's grasp. "Elder, tell my father that this time, let me act on my own will for him." She then struck Gu Nanhai's back with her palm, sending him into the spatial tunnel with a soft but firm force. The unexpected move took Gu Nanhai by surprise, leaving him no time to react as he was propelled into the spatial tunnel, disappearing from sight. "You there, take good care of Xiao Yan. I'll be waiting for you to come out." Yao Lao, seeing the situation, could only smile bitterly and sigh inwardly. He moved swiftly into the spatial tunnel, placing great faith in Xiao Yan. Over the years, Xiao Yan had overcome countless hardships. This time, he would surely succeed in breaking free. As Yao Lao disappeared into the tunnel, it closed up. Sooner turned around, her beautiful eyes filled with determination as she gazed at the distant figure standing with hands behind his back. Golden flames slowly emerged from her body. "Xiao Yan, this time, I will stay with you." The vast space was entirely engulfed in milky white demon flames, filled with an indescribable, terrifying heat. Even a 4-star or 5-star Do Sheng couldn't endure it for long because the heat was intense enough to ignite Do Qi. Suspended in the sky, Suner's golden flames continuously flowed from her body. Despite being protected by the Golden Emperor's sky-burning flame, she was still drenched in sweat. Fortunately, her Do Qi hadn't spontaneously ignited, proving why the Golden Emperor's sky-burning flame held such a high ranking. Suner focused her gaze on the distant sky, the center of the fiery space. There, a fire lotus exuding a demonic aura was slowly rotating, its color shifting between dark red and white with each turn. Below the fire lotus, Xiao Yan stood with hands behind his back, a faint aura of authority emanating from him. Suner knew this unfamiliar aura came from the ethereal figure surrounding his body. The rotating fire lotus eventually stabilized at a white color, though its petals were veined with fine red lines, resembling human blood vessels. Occasionally, red glows flashed, giving the beautiful fire lotus an eerie and sinister appearance. As she stared at the demonic fire lotus in the sky, the ethereal figure around Xiao Yan sighed softly. "When I first encountered you, your body was as pure as a newborn. I bestowed intelligence upon you, giving you human thoughts. But the path you chose diverged completely from what I intended." The fire lotus glowed slightly as the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's voice roared from within. "Pure Lotus Demon Saint, how I choose to grow is my own business. You interfere too much. I just don't want you to end up destroying yourself. I made you this way, so let me end it." The ethereal figure gazed at the demonic lotus, changing his hand seal. Instantly, the colossal formations above and below shot out massive curtains of fire from their centers, forming a square fire pillar prison that enclosed the demonic lotus. "I'll take back the intelligence and memories I gave you. You will return to the pure state you were in when I first discovered you. Pure Lotus Demon Saint, you heartless wretch. I won't let you have your way." From within the demonic lotus, an enraged roar erupted. The lotus began spinning rapidly, shooting out terrifying blood-colored flames. These eerie flames distorted the fiery curtain created by the grand formation. "When I was nearing my end, I considered erasing your memories but couldn't bring myself to do it. So, I sealed you, hoping you would purge your violent nature. But it seems the millennia of sealing only fueled your hatred." The Pure Lotus Demon Saint sighed as he watched the Pure Lotus Demon Flame struggle. Changing his hand seal, the enormous formation began to collapse inward, but as the outer layers disintegrated, the fire pillar imprisoning the Pure Lotus Demon Flame grew more solid. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame frantically attacked the fiery curtain, causing such immense clashes that the golden flames around Suner dimmed slightly. The Pure Lotus Demon Saint's ethereal hand waved gently, "Heaven refining ancient formation, strip away." Instantly, countless fire lines shot out from the fiery curtain, forming a fire net that imprinted deeply within the demonic lotus. The fire net slowly pulled, forcing out wisps of blood-colored mist from the core of the lotus. As the blood mist rose, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame let out a horrific scream. It spun wildly, but no matter how much energy it released, it couldn't break through the formation's fiery curtain. The Pure Lotus Demon Saint controlled the fire lines, gradually extracting the blood mist, which symbolized the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's memories and intelligence, from its core. His calm voice followed, "The heaven-refining ancient formation has absorbed energy for thousands of years. Its full power is unstoppable. Come with me." "That's nonsense. Without memories and intelligence, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame will be mindless. Your actions are no different from killing me. You claim you don't want to take my life, yet everything you do leads to my death. You're a hypocrite." Feeling the growing emptiness in its mind, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame became terrified and roared. Without its memories and intelligence, it would truly be dead. "Your nature is exceedingly violent. With my legacy now within you, if you break free, it will cause a great disaster. This disaster started with me, and it's my responsibility to end it." The Pure Lotus Demon Saint's ethereal figure shook its head, Changing his hand seal, numerous fire lines within the fiery curtain crossed through the demonic lotus's core. Dense blood mist gushed out of the demonic lotus, quickly forming a blood-colored humanoid figure above it, the human form of the Pure Lotus Demon Flame. Expelled from its core, the Pure Lotus Demon Flame desperately tried to dive back in, but the Pure Lotus Demon Saint gave it no chance. Clenching his hand, the fiery curtain rapidly contracted, finally forming a small, 1-meter-sized fire prison. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame struggled madly but couldn't break free from the fire prison. Overwhelmed with fear, he knelt and pleaded with the Pure Lotus Demon Saint, "Master, Master, spare me this time. I promise I will change." The ethereal figure of the Pure Lotus Demon Saint sighed softly at the sight of the begging demon flame. With a wave of his sleeve, the ethereal figure emerged from Xiao Yan's body and floated into the fire prison, landing in front of the Pure Lotus Demon Flame. Seeing the Pure Lotus Demon Saint finally leave Xiao Yan's body, Suna quickly flew over and grabbed Xiao Yan. "Xiao Yan, why didn't you leave?" Xiao Yan, who hadn't been unconscious but merely had his soul suppressed, lightly scolded Sooner. He had seen her send Gu Nan hie away and stay behind. Sooner was overjoyed to see Xiao Yan safe and didn't mind his scolding. She tightly held his hand, then turned her gaze to the fire prison. Xiao Yan, feeling resigned, clasped her delicate hand in his. "Little demon, I don't hate you. Even though you turned against me back then, I don't resent you. I have no disciples or children. You have always been the closest to me." The Pure Lotus Demon Saint gently stroked the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's head, a kind smile appearing on his somewhat ethereal face. The Pure Lotus Demon Flame suddenly looked up, his blood-red eyes fixed on the Pure Lotus Demon Saint. "But I hate you." Blood mist erupted from his body, engulfing the Pure Lotus Demon Saint and fiercely eroding him. Seeing this from the outside, Xiao Yan and Sooner were both shocked by the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's violent nature. Despite the Pure Lotus Demon Flame's assault, a faint sadness washed over the Pure Lotus Demon Saint's face. He sighed softly and slowly clenched his hand, just like that day. "Let us disappear into the heavens and earth together forever." With these words, the enormous formations in the sky suddenly collapsed, transforming into two incredibly bright beams of light that shot out and struck the fire prison with immense force. Witnessing the apocalyptic explosion, Xiao Yan quickly embraced Sooner by the waist, his bone wings unfolding as they retreated hastily. The storm swept across the land, creating a massive fissure tens of thousands of meters wide in the magma sea, too vast for the magma to fill immediately. Once the violent energy storm subsided, Xiao Yan and Sooner reappeared at the edge of the sky. They exchanged a glance and then swiftly flew towards the center of the explosion. As they arrived at the scene, the sky sparkled, but the area was now empty. The Pure Lotus Demon Saint and the Pure Lotus Demon Flame had vanished, seemingly obliterated in the cataclysmic collision, leaving no trace behind. Staring at the empty sky, Xiao Yan muttered, "Where is the source of the demon flame? Could it be that even the source was destroyed in that explosion? If so, all the efforts to obtain the demon flame would have been in vain." Cursing in frustration, Xiao Yan said, "Damn it." He had spent over a decade collecting the ancient map pieces for the Pure Lotus Demon Flame and waited 3 more years. Was this the result he was left with? Just as Xiao Yan felt a wave of unwillingness, Sooner, beside him, suddenly pointed towards the magma sea below and exclaimed with joy, "Xiao Yan, look." Following her finger, Xiao Yan's gaze fell upon the indicated direction, and his heart felt like it had been squeezed. In the vast expanse of the magma sea, a white lotus flower covered in delicate pink veins was slowly drifting. As it moved, it seemed to draw in energy from the entire sea. Seeing the faintly pink-tinged white lotus, Xiao Yan's body trembled uncontrollably with excitement. The source of the demon flame.